Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. I am trying something new with my hair. My bangs I feel like are officially long enough to do what curtain bangs are supposed to do, and I've yet to master it. So I got some Velcro rollers. I don't know if these are necessary, but I put them in there just to feel like I looked like I knew what I was doing. I have no idea what's going on ever. But today is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm getting ready to go to a bar crawl, if you will, with my friend Bonnie. We're gonna do that in downtown Bryan. It's not, I mean, it's okay. I'm going in with an open mind, and it's gonna be a good time. Downtown Bryan just has like nothing. There's just like nothing to do there. It is like the worst downtown ever. But we do the best we can with what we have, and College Station is just not my cup of tea, especially when it comes to fun things like this. Like a bar crawl sounds great. A bar crawl in Bryan, we'll see, we'll see. It's gonna be fun, and I am looking forward to it. And so while I get ready for that, I had asked my friends on Instagram to, did I take a picture of it? Ask me anything. And I did. I took a little screenshot of it. So I thought I would answer these questions whilst I get ready for St. Patrick's Day. So, but to break down the look, I am gonna start with my eyes because I have an idea of what I want to do. I kind of want to do like a green gold halo eye. So of course I'm dipping into the Michaela palette. It just feels right. And I might go more green because like this green is so amazing. It looks so good. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna get started with that. And because it's a Friday, I just have the day off of work. For our spring break. We get 1 day for spring break. So normally I would use my Focus palette, but since I'm counting this as a weekend, I'm gonna do a different palette with different products and everything. So I will introduce those as I use them, but I'm gonna prime my eyes with the About Face Shadow Primer. I like this stuff. I have used the Milani one for a really long time, and I saw this one on sale, and since my other one, I needed a replacement for the Milani one, I thought time to try something new. So this is the something new. Replaces the Milani, and I think it does a good job. It's not any, it doesn't like blow me away or anything. I don't think it's the best thing I've ever used in my whole entire life, but I think it does its job. And sometimes that's all you need it to do. Just throwing things around. I do plan on wearing contacts today, but I always do my makeup first and then I put my contacts on. So I'm just like trying to willy-nilly grab my brushes that I cannot see. So I have a bunch, more than I need, which is always the case, but that's okay. I just like options. I'm really thirsty, but I don't want to go get my water because now I'm on a roll. So we're gonna start with the eyes, and I'm gonna start with this color right here called Bro. And the first question that I was asked was top 3 travel destinations on your wish list. It's a very great question. I have extreme wanderlust. I feel like I've not gone anywhere in a long time, which isn't exactly true. We went to New Orleans at the end of last year. This time last year I was in Chicago with my sister. I went to California, which isn't really traveling per se, but I was there, so I was somewhere else. I've traveled in and around Texas, but I do feel like I just want to go away. I just want to go on like a true vacation. So top 3. So I would love to go back to Spain. We went to Spain, I want to say in like 2016. 2016 maybe. I can't really remember. And it was such an amazing trip. I had such a good time. It was one of the first like big travel that I had ever done. And it was with Anthony. He was filming a show there, so I just met him there. And we went to a couple of spots. We went to Morocco. We spent like 2 days in Morocco. And then here's and there's around Spain. And I would love to go explore more of Spain and go back to the little port city that we were in called Tarifa. Because I just had like amazing fish tacos there. Everything we had in Spain was delicious. I don't think we had one bad meal there. And we had the best wine ever. We drank every night, just amazing Spanish wine. And so that's like number one at the top of my list, going back to Spain. I would love to go to France. Super basic, would want to go to Paris, of course. But France is right up there, and Japan. Or yeah, Japan. I think the Japanese culture is so interesting. I love sushi. I love all the like cute Japanese little spots I've seen, like the little reading bunk bed things where you just have a little hole in the wall truly and you can read your books, and then there's the vending machines and stuff. Like that sounds like a good time. So top 3 places would be Spain, France, and Japan. Japon. I'm gonna go in now with Beauty Kills, the Starker, to start creating that halo. This was just the transition shade, if you will. So that was the first question. Second question is, what's the best part about living in Texas? So I don't want this to be like a downer video. I don't want to be negative, but I don't like Texas. I don't like living in Texas. It is not my jam. College Station is very limiting in the things that I can do and that I feel like I can do and things that I like. College Station is a college town, home of Texas A&M University, where I work, no secret. And it is a college town, so it is really catered to college students, obviously. And so I feel like if you're not a young 20-something in your party era, or an adult with a family. I feel like also this town really caters to families, like with children. So if you got kids, there's things to do. But if you're like, and I say single something, single 30-something, I know I'm not single, I'm married, but like Anthony and I don't have kids. He's gone a lot. And even when he's here, it's just like we can only go to the axe throwing place so many times. We can only, you know, go downtown. We like going downtown. You know, we look very much forward to First Fridays of the month and doing the downtown thing there. But like, that's about it. With that said, the best part about living in Texas is the life that we can afford. We bought a house. We own this place, right? And as someone from California living in Los Angeles before this, our biggest aspiration was having a 2-bedroom apartment. We had 1-bedroom apartments the whole time we were in LA. And it was just like, oh man, once we get a 2-bed, 2-bath, we have made it. Like that was literally goals. And it was a fine goal because, oh, I just poked myself in the eyeball. Because housing was just unavailable. It's unaffordable out there. So the best thing about living in Texas is being able to own a house. We bought a house. It is bigger than we need. But I don't necessarily think we're living above our means. I think we're doing completely fine with that, which is a testament because our mortgage is less than what our rent was in Long Beach. So expensive out there. So I do like that. I love having a backyard. I love having, we call it a real kitchen. Not that we didn't have a kitchen in any of our apartments, but our running joke was when we have a real kitchen, we'll be able to cook real food. We love cooking. Man, I poked my eyeball. That hurt. And now it made it watery, and so nothing will stick. Fun. So yeah, I like that aspect of Texas. Another cool part is that where we are in College Station, we're pretty central to a lot of places. So like we go to Austin a lot, we go to Houston a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think I just wish I didn't have to go somewhere to do something, right? I wish I could just, I just wish there was more to do out here, truly. I wish I had a bigger social circle to do things with, because I do a lot by myself. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, best part of Texas is my house. My house and my puppies. The next question is, what's something you want to get better at? And that's a really good question. And I've been thinking about it, and I'm trying to think what I want to get better at. And my first instinct is like makeup, but actually not that I think I'm so good at makeup, I just don't really foresee myself getting much better at it. Like, I've peaked. This is as good as it's ever going to get. I love the skill that I have, but I just don't foresee it being, I don't know how I can improve more. Doesn't mean that I'm not trying, because I have a video coming up of me trying new things. So I still try new things, but anyway, I digress. Something I would like to get better at is cooking. And I'm gonna start finishing up this eye and go in with this shimmer called Insane. Kind of gold, green, grungy shimmer. Looks like that. And I might layer another shimmer on top. We shall see. But yeah, I love cooking. I love cooking new things. I love cooking things that I've known how to cook forever. And I was chopping. I made like a taco bowl skillet on Taco Tuesday this week. And I was chopping a bell pepper not well. And I literally was like, wow, like my chopping skills, my knife skills really need to improve for as much as I cook and chop things. So like that's something I would like to get better at, is cooking, chopping things, cutting things safely and well. New techniques and things like that. I think is cool. And also, like, you know, I watch a lot of cooking shows because I love cooking. And obviously some of these people are chefs and have been doing this for their whole lives or whatever. But they can just like, they're like, make me a beef Wellington. And they like just make the dough from scratch, and they know everything that they need to do with no recipe. It's all in here. I want to get better at that too. Like, I want to be able to make an impressive meal. I can make a taco skillet, right? I don't need a recipe for that, but that's not impressive. That's just putting ingredients in a skillet and stirring. You know, like definitely having spice flavors and profiles and down and everything obviously is important in that aspect, but in general, that's not impressive. Especially because I used a taco seasoning packet. But I think it would be cool to kind of be able to whip things up like on a request, and not have to research it and read the recipe 17 times and still put the wrong amount of something in it, because I'm notorious for that. So I guess also get better at reading recipes. You know, tablespoon and teaspoon, those very easy to confuse. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna add anything else to that. I think that's good. So yeah, I would like to get better at cooking. And along the same veins as those, if you don't know, and maybe you do, if you followed me for a while, you know that I like making kombucha. And last year I got slightly more into fermentation and fermenting other things. And the best thing that I fermented was this like tomato sauce that we used on chicken. It was like this like sweet, smoky tomato sauce that we fermented for like 6 days, and we've made it multiple times. It's actually how we did our Thanksgiving. Was it Thanksgiving? It was like pre-Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't really know. I can't remember, because what is time? but we fermented that and did that on a chicken for a holiday. So I would like to do more of that and being more adventurous with that, because like I would love to make kimchi. I've never had kimchi. Well, that's not true. I have had kimchi, but not in like any big ways or anything. I had it like just a little bit. So I don't even know if I like kimchi, but I want to make it. It looks like fun, right? But I don't want to make things just to make it. I want to be able to consume them and use them. But fermentation is fun. And so I would like to look more into that. Oh, I made a lacto-fermented blueberries, which we then turned into blueberry vodka lemonades. It was like a fermented syrup. That was really good. So even if I'm just like fermenting fruits, like you would not do for kombucha, but in that way. So I would like to get better at that. So 2 things, probably only meant 1 thing to be better at, but I feel like they kind of are adjacent to each other, cooking and fermenting things. So I'm gonna go in with the REM Blurring Primer, and I have an exciting, well, not exciting, because I'm actually very sad that it's empty, but I already replaced it with something new, not a primer. And I've been using my tretinoin, and I think I'm kind of over a hump with it. But, because my skin's actually pretty decent. I got this one little one right here, and everything else is pretty flat and not active. But I am still peeling in places, mainly here. So I've been more diligent about like throwing some Vaseline over that. I should have used some like glitter glue, because I just like see glitter flying around from that shadow. So I'll get back to the questions in a moment. This is empty. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. There's literally like, I could probably get my spatty and just scrape all the way restive around and get one more use out of it, which I might do. But I was in Ulta the other day to get a foot mask. Those peeling foot masks that are so satisfying. I needed one of those real bad. And they happen to have the e.l.f. Halo Liquid Glow. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. And I knew I was running out of the Charlotte Tilbury. And anywhere I've ever been since this launched, I've never seen shade 1. This is shade 1. And I don't think it's a dupe. I compared the 2. I don't think it's a dupe, which makes me sad because I love the Charlotte Tilbury, and it makes me think that I'm going to buy it again because this is not it. But I've never actually worn it on my face under makeup or anything, so we're gonna try that today. I literally just like swatched it on my hands. So we're gonna go in just like I would with the Flawless Filter. Put it in all of these places. And then I just blend it out. And then I'm gonna do concealer and then foundation. It is very pretty. It is very pretty. Oh my gosh, my eyes are just not gonna let anything stick in the corners. This is sad, because I wanted to do a big wing. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty. That is pretty. I still feel like, I don't know. It looks better on than it did on my hand. When I swatched it on my hand, I was like, yeah, these are very, very different. But I think it does have a very similar result once on. What lipstick speaks to your soul? Oh wow. I feel like this probably is not going to be a surprise, but red lipstick. I think there's really truly nothing better than red lipstick. Especially the Gwen Stefani Give original recipe in red. There's really just no better red lipstick than that. I do think that I could throw out all of my red lipsticks, because that one just gives me life. And I love it so much. let me see that. Just like, ugh. That side too, we'll see. But I will also pair that with, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if I finished my sentence. I could literally throw all my red lipsticks away and just keep that one. And I don't think I would be too sad. I would be, because I love lipstick and I love red lipstick, but I truly, like, I would never use another red lipstick because that red one, that original recipe is just perfect. But I also really like black lipstick, and I think that also speaks to my soul, especially during, and it's now ongoing, but Ginny from Art of Mrs. War on Instagram, has like underscores in there. She did a challenge called It's Freaking Black Lipstick, and it was basically like normalizing black lipstick in everywhere. And so I took that challenge on, and I said I want to wear black lipstick to work. I had never worn black lipstick to work before, but I love wearing black lipstick. I think it can look so cool and so chic. This is the Sephora 10 Hour Wear Perfection foundation. There is still just glitter floating around. Yeah, I like this foundation a lot. And so I did. I put it on one day, many days actually. I did it more than once, and I just felt so cool. And without her having challenged me to do that, I don't know if I would have done it. So I think black lipstick also speaks to my soul. Do some blending. I haven't worn this foundation in a while. Yeah, because all I've been wearing is the NARS Light Reflecting because I really want to finish it. Which, when I was at Ulta getting that foot mask, I did go over to the NARS section, and I was like, maybe I just buy a new one. But then I was like, no, you're still on a no buy. And you still have 1, 2, 3, 4 foundations in rotation, not including the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. So no, you do not need to repurchase it. You need to dwindle it down a bit more before you get your favorite ever foundation. You get to have your less favorites. You don't deserve your holy grail until you make some progress. And I said, you're right, you're right. Good looking out, internal Jillian. Internal monologue Jillian. And I left. I did not buy it, but I bought the elf stuff. Also, in decluttering some stuff, because it was, I don't know, I have this little like cup, because I keep my stuff in cups, of like liners and stuff, like sticks things. Brow pencils, eyeliners, lip liners, and realized that I hadn't been pulling things out in a while from it. So I went through it and I decluttered a bunch of old eyeliners that were like pencils, which I know technically they don't expire because you sharpen them and it's like fresh, right? Unless they look really bad. But I remembered, like, I like kind of swatched them to see what they felt like, and I remembered why I haven't used them, because they're really dry. They don't go on smooth. So I decluttered a bunch of those, which prompted me to look through my drawers and see what else is not speaking to me in my soul. And I found a new eyeliner that I forgot that I had. So, and it's one of my favorites too. It was the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, which I feel like it was gone for a while and I was bummed, and then it came back, and I'm pretty sure, I feel like I remember buying this when I was in McAllen. Not just last time, because I just came back from McAllen in February, but the time before that. So it must have been like October? Something like that. And tossed it in my drawer and never even opened it. So again, that's on consumerism and me just not paying attention to what I have and when I have it. So, contour. And then another question. That was the question. It was, what lipstick speaks to your soul? Red lipstick, more specifically the Gwen Stefani Original Recipe in red, and black lipstick. And the next question, what is your favorite ice cream? And again, I was reflecting on this. Should not be a hard question to answer, but I actually don't eat ice cream anymore because dairy makes my belly hurt. And I have found that non-dairy ice cream is actually not that good. I've not found a good one that I really, really like. Every now and then, like a Ben & Jerry's flavor, can't see what I'm doing, will like hit the spot. But because I don't normally eat ice cream anymore, I don't really crave it or anything, even non-dairy versions. But back in the day, I would say my favorite my favorite ice cream was mint chocolate chip. And I still stand by that, but I've never had a good non-dairy mint chocolate chip ice cream. I think the last good non-dairy ice cream I had was in LA, obviously. Because LA does very good non-dairy things. And it was a McConnell's ice cream. I want to say it was like a Java chip or something like that. It was very good. I love how I pulled out literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 eyeshadow brushes and used 2 for this halo eye. That's really funny. Crack myself up. And the other question said, what are your go-to karaoke songs? It's been a very long time since I did karaoke. But surprisingly, which was surprising to the people that I was at karaoke with, I didn't realize it was a go-to, but it probably will be from now on, is Eminem's 8 Mile, or not 8 Mile, Lose Yourself from 8 Mile. I don't even need the words for that one, I just know it. Which everyone was very impressed by. I've never done this one during karaoke, but my husband was very impressed that I knew all the words, and that was Gangster's Paradise from Coolio. He was just like, damn, you know all the words to this song. And I was like, I know, it was on the like 1996 Grammy CD that I had. So that one. And not a go-to, and I actually probably would never do it again, but I remember on the time that I did the Lose Yourself, this is the Cover FX Warm Honey, my favorite blush, that I have not used in over a week because I've been focusing on the other ones, is Sum 41's Fat Lip. Somebody else was doing it, and I was listening to it and reading the words, and I love Sum 41. Sum 41 is great, but I was like, damn, this song's messed up. Like, this is a bad song. This was legit, like, rebellion song. Like, just being kind of a punk. And I don't know, man, that was even now when I listen to it, I'm just like, this is a mean song. So, yeah, I guess I would commit to Coolio and what was the other one that I said? Oh, 8 Mile. Eminem. Pretty hardcore. Thanks. Highlighter. Gotta go in with Becca Opal. This is not it. It's because it was not the highlighting drawer. That's why. Becca Opal. Beautiful. Once I finish the highlighter, I will ask another question, answer another question. So we're almost done, and I think I have like 3 or 4 more questions. I'm not wearing my watch. I don't know what time it is. Because I still have to do my hair, but I'm not going to do that on camera. Well, maybe I'll do a reveal with these rollers and see what the result is. I don't know. I don't have high hopes. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I gotta hurry. Okay, there's only 2 more questions left. Who do you love more, Penny or Pepper? That's an impossible question, but Penny. But truly, like, Penny's my baby. Penny is my baby. And I love her so much. I'm gonna go in with the Makeup FX. Makeup Forever. This is their foundation, and I've been using it as a setting powder, and it's pretty great. Penny is the best thing to ever happen to me, and I say that having been with my husband for 17 years, but Penny, I don't know what I would do without Penny. She is everything. I love her. Pepper, on the other hand, I love her. I love her so much. Do not get me wrong. She is fantastic. She's a great dog. And I could not imagine my life without Pepper at this point either. It's just that she's a silly goose and Penny is perfect. I don't know if I've said this before. I might have, because I talk about my dogs all the time because they are my babies. When we got Pepper, Penny was like cool with it for like literally 2 days because she's, you know, hung around other dogs. Other people have stayed over with their dogs before and everything. Or we go home, there's dogs there. But after that like 2nd day, she was like, why is this dog still here? Like, when is she going home? And like, she is home, Penny. And then she really kind of had an attitude for a little while after that. And it took her a good while to warm up to Pepper. She did not love her immediately like we did. And I feel like the opposite would happen with Pepper. We would bring home another dog and Pepper would be like, oh my God, a new friend, my best friend. Because Pepper literally just is full of love. She has not a care in her world. She doesn't understand a lot, but I don't think she has a jealous bone in her body. Penny is the most jealous dog ever. Like, we can't even look at Pepper without Penny being like, what about me? But she's perfect, so we don't care. So those were all the questions. Wait, no, just kidding, there's one more. It was about books. Best book you've read so far this year. Sadly, I have to look at my chart to see what I've read. I can tell you the best book that I've reread this year, Daisy Jones and the Six. When I knew that they were making a TV show about it, and I saw some previews, and I was kind of like, I don't remember this. Like, I don't remember these people. I don't remember this. So I like reread the book, and it was just as good as the first time I read it. Seriously. Like, it's such a good book. If you've not read it, would recommend. It was just as good the second time as it was the first time. There's like a twist and stuff in it. There's like, you know, part of the arc of it all. But it didn't matter. That didn't really change anything for me. I'm rereading Animorphs. I feel like I've mentioned that before. If you remember Animorphs growing up, like the middle-aged kids book, rereading those. I'm on number 10. And then I would say probably the best book that I've read this year that was new was Hellbent, which was the sequel, the follow-up to Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I remember Ninth House, I loved it so much, and I was very excited to hear about a follow-up. And it was just as good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great. Would recommend. And then I've just finished an audiobook, so still a book, different mode, called What Have I Done by Alex Finlay. And I had read one of his books for book club called Every Last Fear, I truly don't remember. I feel like it had to do with a podcast. I can't really remember what that book was about. And it was okay. But I read that book. I remember I bought it at Barnes & Noble for book club. And I'm gonna go in with the, I'm gonna regret this, but I am gonna put eyeliner on. And I am gonna go with the Vivid Matte in black, because it's so nice. But maybe I'll try to do like a high wing, because my eyes are stupid. But the audiobook that I just read called What Have I Done, or What Have We Done, I listened to it when I went to Austin last week, just because I wanted an audiobook. And like from the get-go, it was very fast-paced, very much like you had to figure it out. You wanted to figure it out, what was going on, and who did this, and all that. So very well done. Congratulations, Alex Finlay. I'm a fan. So those were probably the best books that I've read this year, thus far. Top 3. But I mean, like, Daisy Jones and the Six was a reread, so I don't really think that counts. So, Ninth House, Hellbent, and What Have I Done? What Have We Done? Literally just finished it. What Have We Done? Alex Finlay. It's so funny. Anthony and I were talking, and I don't even know what we were talking about, but he was basically making fun of me about, you know, oh, I don't know why my eyes swell and why my eyes water and break out and stuff like that. And he was just so funny. He was just like, oh, I'm just gonna slather this brand new thing on my face. And then when my face swells up, be confused. I don't know. It was really funny. I guess you had to be there. Cool story, bro. Anyway, I probably could have edited that out. That was stupid. Lips. What am I gonna do for lipstick? Kind of want to do a nude. So we're gonna go in with the ColourPop Ultra Matte in Chi, which goes on one color and dries down another. So I think it'll be okay. It is matte, and so they're not my favorite anymore. I could switch to all bullet lipsticks and my collection would be much more manageable. But there's just some colors that I can't let go of, that being one of them. Oh, I should put that back with me. So it'll dry down a little bit darker and I think will look very nice. So let's take these out and see what happens. Literally nothing happens. That's cute. Dang it, like I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like how far away it is from my forehead. Dang it. I don't know how to do that. I also can't really see. Where's my glasses? Oh. I don't like it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. I don't got time to do anything else, so it's gonna have to go back. Shoot. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But thank you for joining me in this St. Patrick's Day get ready with me while I answered questions from my friends. If you have any other questions that you would like me to answer, put them in the comments. But until next time, which I'm looking at a very productive weekend where I have just so many things that I want to film. So hopefully you're seeing a couple of new videos from me in pretty quick succession, right? So I hope you have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, or you had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. We have a wonderful day, evening, weekend, month, rest of the year, whenever it is that you are watching this. and I will see you in the next video. Bye.